All right, everybody. I'm here with Joshua Qualls out of Sesser, Illinois, and thanks, Josh, for taking the time and spending some of your experience with us and Ideal Furniture.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right, why don't we? Yeah, just let's get started by sharing with everybody your background and how you got started. What did you do before Ideal Furniture?
Before Ideal Furniture, I delivered food for a couple of the big food companies, and then I blew out my back and had back surgery, and then I was a salesman for three years before I come on to Ideal Furniture. 2 years. I was a salesman for 2 years. Then I come on to Ideal Furniture, did another year with the company, and then quit and went full time with Ideal Furniture. So basically, right before I got on, I was in the sales, door to door sales at that, for a cable company.
So you're basically in business for yourself. I mean, outside sales is basically that. What attracted you to the mattress furniture business?
Well, here's what really attracted it to me. I actually went shopping for furniture, and I seen the markup that they had on this furniture. At the time I didn't know how much the markup was, but when we went and looked, it was really expensive. And I teased everybody and said that this is how I got in the furniture business. A local furniture store got me in the business because we went and bought a table from them, and I got to thinking about it. There's got to be a way we can save people tons of money and help them get into stuff, get stuff they need for a lot lower price. And then that's when I got to searching for furniture and stuff. And I found a little company I thought about buying from down south, and then I never got down there to it. I had to go pick up my own furniture and stuff, and never got down there. And then one day I was like, I'm fed up with this door-to-door stuff. You can only sell the same people so many times. So I started looking, and I come across a dollar store and Ideal Furniture. And the more I talked to Ideal Furniture, the more I became interested in the company itself and the people running the company. And that's what got me attracted. Basically, you guys got me attracted to the company.
Well, I know the margins on mattress and furniture are a lot better than 99-cent store, but and you're doing great in business. I mean, you've shared with us and on a webinar your success starting part-time and going to full-time. If you would, just kind of briefly describe, what transpired, what allowed you to go that direction.
Well, like I said, the last year I was with the outside sales company, the cable company. I was doing Ideal Furniture. Basically, a guy had purchased the building with me here in our town, and I just said, "Hey, I'm gonna leave the place open. If somebody comes in, just call me. You're gonna be here all day with your computer business. Will you just sit here and call me, and I'll give you, a percentage of what you sell. If not, just, and he didn't know what was going on. He would just call me. So basically I'd pay him the percentage just to sit there, or we'd work something out if he owed an electric bill, stuff like that. And I would do all my deliveries in the evening about 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And the more, the longer the business was going, and the more I seen the sales coming in, and the more people was wanting mattresses, and they loved our prices. We were beating the big firms, the big box stores. The more calls I'd get, and eventually I just told my wife, I said, I can't do both of these. And the sales were declining a little bit with the company. Like I said, you can only sell cable so many times to this people in the area. So I decided that, I'm just going to go all out with Ideal Furniture, and because the money's there. If you work, the money's there. And you ain't got to work hard. It's key. You really don't have to. We started putting some ads on, out there, and getting phone calls just about every day about mattresses. And then it's pretty much history after that. I just went full time, and business continued to grow. This year it was up at the beginning of the year 30%. And that was over last year. That's a pretty good growth. You don't see that in a lot of businesses the second year.
No, that's great growth. And I, doing that kind of business did open up other options for you and an opportunity for you to get into another business, correct?
Correct. When I started Ideal Furniture, my wife said, "You're not doing no other business. You're not even doing Ideal Furniture, especially with the investment. you getting these $300 or $400 business, you ain't done nothing with this. What makes you think when you invest into a furniture business, you're going to do anything with that? I'm backtracking a little bit here, but then she said, about a week later, said, you're going to do it, ain't you? I said, yeah, I'm going to do it. 2 months into the business, we weren't even open yet. Our store we bought, we weren't even open. She said, this is the best ideal you've ever had. And coming from your wife, it's a big deal. But this is the best ideal you ever had. Well, fast forward about a year later, roughly a year later, iDealFurniture give her the confidence to venture out on her own and quit her job of 12 years and open up a restaurant. And she credits it to iDealFurniture and what she's seen. And so now we own a restaurant in an iDealFurniture. However, I'd recommend people never open up a restaurant, just keep opening up iDealFurnitures.
Well, thanks for that advice. And I've heard that more than once about the restaurant business, probably a lot more complicated and a lot more hard work than the mattress furniture business. So I appreciate that advice. Let me ask you, because you've been doing this for a long time, your sales have increased. What do you attribute? I mean, how do you position yourself different from the competition out there? How do you go about that?
Well, price is always number one, I think. You can save people $100, $200. Sometimes I have saved customers even $1,000. For one instance, when I was at one of the conventions, and I think we was in Greensboro that time, doing our convention, North Carolina, somewhere with the G, I can't remember, but we were there, and I got a phone call by my dad. He was setting up my store, and I just use this as an example. They went to one of the firms, we won't mention no names, and the mattress they was trying to sell them was $4,000. They walked into my store, and the mattress was $800. And they said it was hardly no different than the $4,000 mattress. That's the key. But I think the main key, that's a big key. The main key, I think, is customer service. I think iDealFurniture brings back the personal customer service that America's kind of lost. You can even make a phone call to these big companies and get nobody. It takes you 10 minutes to get somebody. And I think the customer service that we have been able to do with iDealFurniture has made our business grow.
All right. So obviously you've mentioned, price and the personal touch, looking back and, been with the business with our company over two years. Anything you do differently today if you had a chance to do it over?
If I had a chance to do it over, I'd go bigger right out the gate. That's what I'd do differently. I would have jumped into a leadership position from the start. This company's been great to us, and I was thinking about that the other day. I think I would just go bigger.
Yeah.
Not to scare anybody, I really would.
No, it's and I've heard that more than once because you don't know what you don't know, and it's now that you've had a chance to see the business and the growth, that most people say the same thing. They would have got in sooner, gotten business sooner, or they would have gone bigger. So any advice to a new owner, Josh, coming on board?
Yeah, I would just say, to a new owner coming on board, I think the number one key is if you're coming on board, focus. My opinion is to focus on the mattress end of the company in the beginning. The Perfect Dreamer line, the Simmons mattress line, that's my advice as far as like the product line goes, is because you'll find out that mattresses are going to be your number one seller no matter what. And when you focus on mattress, you'll see the money coming in a lot quicker. Also, I think customer service, treat people right. You'll get a lot of word of mouth. And don't be scared to get out there and do it.
Oh, that's great. That's great advice, Josh, and great business, great success, continued success, and thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.